What's up, everyone? We're going live. So, yesterday was a very eventful day. We got a lot of stuff done. So, first thing first, we got, we kind of figured out the business model that I'm gonna go with going forward. Number one is Unpuzzle. Unpuzzle is a community builder app that I'll be working on, that I have already built out pretty much, and it's the platform where I'm gonna, it's the education platform, right? It's gonna teach people how to code, how to design, how to, make money from Upwork, the entire system of how Muscled made $500,000-600,000, and Unpuzzle is going to be the education arm of whatever all the other companies I'm building under it. So under Unpuzzle, we have Content King, we have Muscle Team, which is an app for my team to manage my team, but I'm going to turn it into a SaaS and call it Managed Teams. So Content King, Managed Teams, Speakify, and a few other apps. There's just too many apps I've built. Full stack features. It's an MCP with reusable code. It's kind of like those repos you see on GitHub with free UI components, and then if you want templates, you gotta spend like $200, something like that, but for full stack features. So if you want authentication, notifications, B2, Backblaze B2 instead of AWS S3, Backblaze B2, all those things that I have, all the features I have on Unpuzzle and all my apps, I'm trying to categorize them, catalog them, each one, and then sell them like freemium. So some will be free, most will be paid, kind of, run that business model. So that's kind of where I'm at. Now with this Muscle Team app, so right now, I want to show you what I got done with Content King. So let me actually make this a little bit, let me make a duplicate of this actually, duplicate, big face. Because sometimes I'm talking and it's like, it's small face, right? Small screen. So here we are. I wonder, yeah, big face, yeah. Big face, this is big enough. So yeah, so we are gonna, we're gonna continue building on this app, Content King, because I made some headways yesterday with this app, so we're just gonna continue, right? So it's 6:25 a.m. Eastern time right now. So 11:30 a.m. in Morocco, approximately. So we're gonna keep going. So there's a lot to work on. Today's plan is to work on the MCP, build out more features to sell. Content King, keep building it, and then a Muscle Team. Hopefully some of my team members can install it and start using it. I gotta perfect it, and then we got Unpuzzle. Unpuzzle is what's gonna hold all these apps, and it's gonna be the billing of all the apps. So one Stripe account, one user auth, which is what I worked on yesterday. I centralized all the authentication of all the apps, and two apps, but the architecture is there to do it for all the future apps and all the existing apps that I want to sell as SaaS or whatever, most probably SaaS. They're all gonna be under one authentication under Unpuzzle. So you may create an account on that app, but you're actually making an account on Unpuzzle, and Unpuzzle is gonna have a community for each of these apps, and relative like a Unpuzzle channel for these apps. So that's kind of where I'm going with that. So yeah, guys, it's exciting. So let's just keep moving, right? So let's continue with where we were at. So I used Claude to help me create summaries of what we got done yesterday, so I could put it as YouTube description. Now, let's look at this app. So we're gonna look at Content King app. I want to show you what I got done for Content King. So here are some things I got done. So you can split. I think we did that before, but now you can move clips, multiple clips at once. Before it wasn't doing that. Now it's doing it. And also it's like
get out of there when I wake up.
Customized hundreds of
it's smooth for, let me see something. Yeah, so that's something I want to fix. When I select this, the audio clip selection is not that good. Also, we changed the architecture. We changed the, tell me more about the architecture refactor we did and why it was necessary to do so. What were the downfalls of the previous architecture versus the one we're using now? So this is an example of what happens when you try to build features and then you get, when you build one feature, a previous one breaks. It happens all the time. You try to build 2-3 features. First one's good, second one's iffy, and then the third one, you're breaking the first one when you get the third one done. So when I experienced this quite a few times, I know it's an architecture problem. So I asked it, like, is this the best architecture that, are we following best industry standards for the architecture we're using for this code base for this app? Because now it knows the features, right? It can read through the code base and see all the features it's made, and then pit that against what the industry leaders are doing. And then it told me this is the previous one with 20 plus mutations that each manually handle their own side effects. But what the refactor fixed was clip graph, one place for all linked clip logic, pure functions that take clips in, return clips out. No more duplicating, find linked partner, blah, 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 blah. Apply edit, one wrapper that guarantees engine sync, history save, and total frame. So it architectured the entire app. And that is what the industry best, ClipCut and Premiere Pro, that's what they're doing. So it went ahead and did that. So that's pretty much like, a great thing, right? You have these, when you vibe code quite a lot, like I've done it over 1,000 hours at this point, you realize, you get an intuition of when things are starting to feel shaky and you need to start, do an architecture deep dive and go from there. The real difference before, adding a feature meant touching 3 to 4 files and manually writing side effects. Now a new clip mutation is just this. One line handles everything. That's why it was necessary, not because ZooStan was wrong, but because there was no enforcement layer preventing bugs from slipping through. So it didn't take long, but I'm glad I did that. And now I'm gonna ask it, the big question. Can we now add lots of features without having these bugs and stuff? And it was true. After we did the architecture, it started resolving a lot of my issues. So even this one, it's actually fixed, but it's just like fainted. Okay, let's carry on. I see that when I select a single clip that I cut up, the video clip, when I select a video clip, its corresponding audio clip is selected, but the border is faint. It's not the same styling as the video clip border. Ideally, it should be the same select styling. Alright, so it's gonna work on that. Yeah, we got the so okay, let me show you another feature we worked on, which is cut mode. I can give it a prompt, 10 cuts, keep it 10-second long, max. It's not the best, but structurally it works. Now I just need to improve it, apply. So it's made all these things. It even tells me 10 segments, the context and hook and all that, and then boom, there, it's made it. Now you see it's yeah, this is an issue. It isn't as smooth. It's not that smooth. When I use the cut mode, the new cuts, some of the clips, they how do I describe this? Some of the clips, they come on a new track and the other ones come in a different track. It's kind of not organized. And also, some of the clips don't have thumbnails. I mean, they do, but the thumbnails are in different tracks. One of them is in the audio track, the other one's in a different track. So yeah, we need to address that. Guys, I'm a little sick, but we just gotta pull through. I'm trying not to cough. So that's the cut mode. I think you understand what it does, right? This one is not indexed. So why isn't it indexed? I don't know if I showed this feature, but basically now we can pop out the asset panel, click on each of these, add keywords, or AI already adds keywords by analyzing every few frames using Vision API, Grok's Llama open source Vision API, I believe. And then yeah, it writes description and use when you should use these clips. So yeah, these things are, yeah, it's good, but I think definitely need to improve it. Like for example here, this video, I wanna like split it up into important areas or catchy areas, and then maybe create individual asset files. So that's one thing, so that those individual asset files will have their own tags and stuff, so it'll be more descriptive of what each of these clips do, because yeah, like we want to be able to just take important parts of this video. So that's kind of all video clips going on here. If I'm in a certain video track and I click cut mode, I want the videos to come to that track from the position of the scrubber. But at the same time, if the scrubber is on a video of a selected track, can I select track? No, I can't. then then the clips should come at the end of the video, not cut into existing tracks video clip. And since right now I just checked, we can't really select a track, so just bring it into the default video track that's at the top. And I also noticed the audio clip is in a video track right now. There's an audio clip that's inside a video track after cut mode was done. Okay, why do I have to keep signing in? I've disabled the auth in the past so that I don't have to keep signing in. But yeah, let's test this one more time. 10-second max clip of 10 cuts.
Hey, I'm Madhav, a Shopify theme developer with over $300K earned on Upwork. I've built and customized hundreds of storefronts for brands across every niche. Whether it's a custom theme from scratch, speed optimization, or converting a Figma design into a pixel-perfect store, I've done it all. If you're looking for someone who actually knows Shopify inside and out, I've built and customized hundreds of developer with over 300 built and customized brands across every niche. With over 3 Shopify customized for branch. Whether it's a Shopify theme developer with over.
And if I'm in pause state and I move around, it should stay paused. These are the tiny details that that I didn't think you'd have to code it, but yeah, you actually have to code that in. Video clips, okay, always go on first video track, okay. Alright, let's test it again. Alright, let's do something. I think there's a way to disable the auth. There's a comment about it, because every time I refresh the app I have to keep logging in. Just disable it until I'm done with the features of post login, and then we can enable it again. Make sure to leave comments so that you know what to do in terms of putting the auth back. Already I think there's a file with comments on it, so just do that. Yeah. Found it, app, okay, so it's gonna do that. Okay, so let's test it while that's happening. Probably not a good time to test it now, but it's fine. 5-second max, 5 cuts. Eventually I want to say more things to this prompt, but right now we don't have really good. Okay, so it goes at the end. Okay, that's good. I guess it's good. Yeah, see.
Get out of that shine the water. I wake up. I bless the ball. I'm a big boss, I got some ball.
It's like starting from the beginning. Done, auth is bypassed. Okay, let's see. Alright, auth is bypassed. Perfect. Okay, now the issue. Okay, it's good. The cut mode. What's going on? Okay, it's good. The cut mode is bringing the clips at the end of the video track, but I think you should take the scrubber to the beginning of the cut mode clips so that I know that it's there. Like right now I'm in I have a clip of 1 minute duration, for example, so it goes beyond the ruler, the horizontal ruler, so it takes up my entire view. And then I do the cut mode, it brings clips at the end, but I don't know, it did that. I should be taken to that timeline area. Yeah, it wasn't the best prompt, but I think you'll understand. Alright, so we're gonna go to, so it's gonna do that, and to save at the start position of the first cut clip, then seek the scrubber there after placing clips, yeah. And then the other issue is when I insert an asset, a video asset, and then the cut mode is used, so then I play the scrubber from near the end of the video asset that I imported from the assets, and it continues into the cut mode clips. The scrubber actually doesn't continue. It replays the imported asset file. I'm guessing he didn't fix that, so that's why I'm saying this. Let's see. First, let's test this feature. Cut mode, 5-second max, 5 cuts. And they don't take me there. You took the scrubber to the first of that. Okay, let's see. Well, I found the bug. Here's what happens. The imported asset is a full clip. Alright, let it fix its thing. Okay, muscle team. There's a few things I want to do with muscle team. Muscle team. Alright, let's look at muscle team. Start. I think it's working. I think it should be working if alright, let's check this out. Where's yeah, I should be able to clock people out. That was one of the features, because yeah. Well, I don't. The desktop app is for people who need to clock in. I'm not someone who needs to clock in, so it's not really for me. Oh, right, okay. This is another thing that I worked on. Damn, it's not working. Oh. Open internal server. Okay, I gotta look into that. So let's go look at this. The bug, okay. Where's that? test. The bug was when okay. We need to do this cut mode. It's not fixed. Scrubber gets stuck at the end of the imported clip, and the imported clip seems to be repeating instead of moving on to the cut mode clips. Same with the scrubber, it's not moving on to the cut mode clips. Alright, so while that's doing that, let me talk to Unpuzzle. Trying to log in with Google with Muscle Team Desktop. I wonder why it's doing that. Tell the Manage Teams agent. Clean build, try refreshing. Let's do this. Haven't fixed it. Is it the app is stale? Alright, let's see now. I got two apps to test out. Yeah, it's still giving internal server error. team. Let's try before the video is. Let me check the goal. Correctly. Okay. On puzzle is saying, because on puzzle MVP auth, on puzzle auth is supposed to be powering all the other apps. Content King, did you fix it? Second max 5 cuts. No, same issue. I import an asset from the assets. I do the cut mode, it adds 5 other clips after the asset import, and then I go to near the end of the asset import, start playing. It goes to the end of the first asset, and then it loops it again. The scrubber stays stuck at the end of the first asset, it doesn't move forward to the cut clips, cut mode clips. Is there an architecture issue here? Can we improve the architecture? Because we're trying to fix it a few times now. It's not working. As we're running with slow positive as well as medium. Is it, I think I have to, I don't think it's just gonna fix like this. Why does it open it? It's not gonna fix. Let me see if let me see if there's a release. I don't think so. the first red flag is it says open electron. It should say open muscle team. Why doesn't it say that? Oh, app is running. Now reproduce the issue. Alright. 5 second, 5 cards max. Five second, 5 cards max. And I would try again to yeah. Let me see. Alright, so it's gonna do some console log. Let's figure out what's going on, please. I don't like that at all. Wait, let's go. Alright, so I'm trying to add this in. Oh my god, don't tell me everything's frozen. Bro, holy shit, something's going on. It's frozen. It's not good. Is it still streaming? Okay, guys, I'm stuck. It's still streaming, but my laptop is stuck. I don't know what to do. Yeah, it's not good. Okay. What caused this? Oh. It's very slow. Alright, I have no option. I have to just restart the laptop.